Did you hit record yet?
You're recording.
I did.
Okay.
Why? Are you gonna? Do you need to get?
I was going to say
Makeup or something?
I was going to pimp your book, but I didn't want to do that on a permanent. Oh my God! Oh, sorry. Actually, it's been a great bullshit detector. I really highly recommend it. It's just simplifying. It's really well done. So
What is?
that book you wrote?
The Tao of Improv.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Did
Second
you
one's
buy
better.
it from Amazon? How did you get it?
I got it from online. I got the Kindle version rather than blah blah blah.
Yeah. The second one's better. But
Oh,
yes.
okay. Well, if I can have a discount, then I'm in. Okay.
You can't. You're out.
Okay. Damn. All right.
No discount. Yeah. Let's see. Instead of losing $3 on the book, I'll only lose $2. Yeah. That's what. That's the easiest way to become a millionaire in improv is to start off as a billionaire and then own an improv theater.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, any other questions? Now that we're sort of gathered, any other thoughts? Impressions. Oh my God, I didn't know this, or why don't we do that?
I have a follow-up regarding my question earlier. When you said you don't need to answer the question, doesn't that make your scene partner look stupid?
No, it doesn't. Let's pretend we're doing a scene, you and I right now. Ask me a question. Ask me a question.
Why leave now?
Have you seen how much margarine is left in the refrigerator? Keep asking me questions. Keep asking.
Why not do it earlier, like 10 years before?
You get stressed out over it. Absolutely nothing, Stephen. You need to really calm down. Now, did that make you look stupid? I didn't. I didn't answer your question, really.
Yeah.
I could have answered it. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't have to.
You're evading.
Yeah, could be.
You can evade.
Maybe I'm just doing my thing. And maybe I don't need to answer your goddamn question. Your character's goddamn question. Eventually, you'll either keep asking the question, or we'll get around to it, or the fact that I'm evading is information. Is that's a thing. Like, oh, this character is evading that character. I wonder why. Wonder what's going on here. And eventually, you'll say, you haven't answered any of my questions. You've evaded everything. And then I have to deal with it. But I don't have to answer your question. I don't have to solve your problem either. In fact, I don't want to solve your problem. So if you start off a scene or in a scene and say something like, "Oh man, I just need help getting this chair up these stairs. I mean, I just can't do it myself." I don't have to help you. Or I can help you so badly that you're better off without me. Or I can choose to help you. But very often, new improvisers, what they do is, look at this. Look at that. Hello, Joy.
She's back.
Yep. Very often, what new improvisers do is they do what we call a help me scene without realizing they're doing it. Help me with this. Teach me how to dance. Help me fix my computer. Help me do this. And what they're really saying is, help me get through this scene. They're not sure. They want a life vest to get through this scene, and so you're supposed to help them. But what kind of a scene is that? It's a manipulative process to be asked to help and to have to help.
Yes.
Because you're helping to solve a problem, and we don't want to solve problems in improv scenes. We want to create or exacerbate problems. We want things to get worse, not better.
Yes.
The minute they get better, the scene's over. Why are the two of you even still talking?
Yes.
So you want to get it. So you can answer or not answer a question. It doesn't matter. As I showed and I told you, tell people, I had students who, live students back in the day, who spoke various languages. And one of them was from China. She spoke English beautifully and spoke a lot of languages. And another one was from Italy, and she spoke a lot of languages, including perfect English. And I had them do a scene together. And I told her, one, speak only in Cantonese, and you speak only in Italian. You can't understand one another, but I want you to pretend that you do understand one another. And and what happened? It was an incredible scene. Because it didn't matter what they were saying, because they were limited, because they knew that verbal was not going to get them anywhere. They amplified their emotions and their physicality to match their verbal stuff, and you knew exactly what was going on, and they did. And so it proves that it's not a TED Talk. It's not about what you're saying. It's about how you're saying it. So if it's a question, if it's a statement, if you're screaming, if you're ranting, if you fall over and start crying, whatever it is, that's what it is. So who cares if it's a question? Who cares if your needs are being met? It's not important. The important thing is the connection between the two people, the two actors. That's always the important thing.
The relationship.
Yes, every good improv scene, every single one is about the same thing. It's not about a pineapple. It's not about a lamp. It's not about a car. It's about the two people in it.
Yes.
That's it. And as long as that's what's happening, it doesn't matter what you say. You can not say anything. We're not doing jokes. So you know.
Yes.
That. It's like acting. Sort of. Okay, cool. So let's get rolling. Unless someone else has a thought or something to address, but we kind of waited for a while. I set this camera up. Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking I'm thinking the way you answered a while ago that some people, or when you're new, your understanding of a yes and is to immediately agree with everything that is being offered to you, literally. But the idea of saying yes is by acknowledging and accepting the offer, and by responding back in no matter even if you agree or disagree, but you respond back with another offer to push the scene, like something like that. Is that what you mean?
Well, the yes and is I wish it would go away. I wish people could wipe that out of their brains, because yes and, in certain cases it's fine, but the only yes that needs to happen is that you need to agree on a reality. So if I say that you are a baker in a bakery, you don't tell me that you're actually an astronaut on the International Space Station. That's a denial of reality. If I say, honey, go up and see if the kids are all right, you don't say, we're not married, we don't have kids. And there are improvisers who will do that to get a quick laugh, to throw you under the bus for a laugh. So that is an agreement. Other than that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you want to do is move toward the danger all the time. I've used this analogy before, and I'll use it again. Sometimes when I used to play ice hockey, I was a goalie, and when you're a goalie, your reflexes have to be different. Your reflex normally is if somebody shoots something at you 100 miles an hour, you duck out of the way. As a goalie, you have to learn to duck in the way. So it's a change. And you flinch toward the danger. So you want to move toward something happening as opposed to making sure nothing happens. So if someone says, let's jump off this cliff in a scene, you can jump off the cliff. You can refuse to jump off the cliff, but still stay near the cliff.
Yeah.
You can not want to jump off the cliff, but maybe you will. Maybe you don't know. You try to talk him out of it, but maybe he can talk you into it. Who knows? But whatever it is, make something happen. But you don't have to, in the first 10 seconds of a scene, shoot yourself. You don't have to do it because someone told you to do it and you have to say yes and now what do you do? Of course you wouldn't do that. Why would you do that? So you can refuse to do a thing if you've got something better, or if you can refuse to do it if you refuse but still approach doing it. Like, I don't know about this cliff thing. God, it's a long way down. You know, maybe we should. I don't know. Good. Let me just put one foot over. Whoa. You sure you want to do? So you can be reluctant to do it and still, without saying, no, I'm not jumping off the cliff. But you want to move toward the danger all the time. You want to amplify it. As I've said before, if in improv, if there's a nun holding a baby at the top of a flight of stairs, you push her down the stairs. What else is she doing standing on top of a flight of stairs with a baby in an improv scene? In real life, you don't do that. In improv life, you do that. Nun winds up to be fine. Baby winds up to be fine. The audience gets to see a nun and a baby tumbling down the stairs, and everybody's fine. If you bring a spear, use a spear. If you bring something into an improv scene and then don't use it, that's like being in a play where somebody brings a rifle into the very first scene, and for an hour and a half, no one ever uses the rifle. You've got to sit in the audience and wonder, what the hell did they bring the rifle for? So whatever you put into a scene, you got to use. Whatever it is. So yes and, what is yes and? It's yes and was a way to get people to overcome their reticence to do weird things. So that people wouldn't say, no, I'm not drinking lighter fluid. No, I'm not going to drink lighter fluid. Of course you're going to drink the lighter fluid. It's an improv scene. It's not real lighter fluid. The audience doesn't want to see you not drink the lighter fluid. They could go home and see somebody not drink the lighter fluid. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
There are more of the tools that you taught us along the way. Like if the first actor has an offer and the other actor has another offer, it's either it will integrate, or you said something like give it up.
Yeah, give it up. Sometimes you need to give up your point of view. Sometimes you need to give up the thing that you're holding on to. We did a scene the other night, yesterday, the other morning for you guys, where I was, I think it was with you, Lilith. I think where I was.
The Fly.
Yes, I was Fly. Where I look great. I'm going to get married. Yeah, you look great. You're going to get married. Yes, well, you're blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm confident about this. And then at some point it was, I don't really want to get married. Let's get the hell out of here. So I had to give it up.
I didn't understand the word fly. I had to play with it. It was so slang.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
But still, I could have stuck with, I'm getting married. Look how good I look. But at some point, it was important for me to change and say, I don't want to get married. Boom, change. Give it up.
Yeah. Yes.
Switch it up. Switch from the orbit that you're in, put on the jets and get into a different orbit. Don't get into a comfortable orbit ever. Once you're in it, realize we shouldn't be in this orbit forever. We've got to get into a different orbit. Anything else before we...
So, Tom, the idea is, it works better if you tweak or suddenly change direction of the conversation. So you don't need to, or ideally you don't need to agree all the time and just say yes, okay, that's fine. It's like rock the boat.
You don't need to agree at all, other than on the reality.
Of course.
It's kind of like judo. Not that I know how to do judo, but I watch TV. So I mean, sometimes you need to fall backwards to get the other person to flip
Right.
over you. Sometimes you need to go forward. Whatever move you make is for a reason, and it will have a result. And there are moves. Let's just get. Let me just get this out. And if you've seen this before, I'm sorry, but it's one of these things that it's just the way it is. And and Lilith, you've heard me say this before about randomness, about the difference between chaos and randomness. They're not the same thing. Something that's random and something that's chaotic are two different things. They don't mean the same thing. We use them interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. Chaos is something that's hard to predict, like the weather, the earthquakes, but there is a chain of events, and once it's done, you can see how it all came about. That's chaos. It's not that it's unpredictable. It's just there's so many chains of events. It's hard to see which one's going to, but it's predictable in some way. Randomness is not predictable at all. You cannot know which way the coin's going to flip. And if you flip the coin 99 times and it's heads, the 100th time you flip it, it's still 50-50. Because those other flips have nothing to do with this one. So you start off a scene with randomness. You start off a scene, and you do a lot of things in improv for no reason. You don't want to have a reason. You just do them. You just do them. Just as you use your right or your left foot when you stand up and start walking for no reason. And eventually, when you're both doing things for no reason, something starts to emerge. Chaos starts to emerge, and you start to see some kind of causality. You're still not sure. You can't see too far into the future, but you can see connections. And then it becomes clearer. The fog lifts, and you can say, oh, okay, now we can sort of control what's going on. If you try to control it from the beginning, I pity you, and I pity who's ever in the scene with you, because your 2-minute scene will feel like 10 minutes to you, and it will feel like half an hour to the rest of us. So start with randomness. Do things for no reason. Talk louder. Talk softer. Talk over one another for no reason. Faster, slower. Repetition. Repeat stuff. You don't always have to come up with something new. Repeat. It works. It's what comedy and theater are made of. And look for the shiny object. What do we mean by that? Some of you know. What do we mean by the first shiny object?
Something that you'd like to latch on because it's different.
Yes, it could be any little thing. It's never the main thing. If you're driving in a car to grandma's house, it's not the car and it's not grandma's house. It's some other little thing. It could be anything that makes the little thing in your head go blip. Like, oh, that was interesting. Something that someone said, a way they said it, something that they did. Something that's different and unique. Grab it. That's now the volleyball that we're playing with. That's it. Forget everything else. That's the thing, that shiny object. Until it's no longer serving you, drop it and wait for the next one if it comes along. But these things, it's not about making them happen. It's about realizing when they happen. And the more you can fine tune your radar to pick up these little blips of that's interesting. The more you can do that, the better an improviser you'll be. I don't know why I'm hearing myself twice, but
Echo.
Okay, it goes away. It's good. So let's start doing stuff. We do grounded improv, meaning we do improv in a grounded fashion. In that meaning that the actors believe what their characters are saying. However ridiculous they might be saying it, they believe it, and we believe that they believe it. They're not just saying something to be funny. They're not just saying something to get attention. They believe it. So it's about emotions. I'm going to do what I did yesterday, and I'll team up with each one of you one by one, and then you'll do stuff, because that seemed to work yesterday. So let's try it again. It's always fun. And it's easier to show you than to tell you sometimes. Okay. So everybody who's not in it will be out in the green room. You can see and hear. We can't see and hear you. And I'm just going to go, as I always do, I'm just going to go down the line. 1. And we'll do like 2-minute scenes. Your scenes later will be longer. Here we go. Okay. All right. Whoops. Just me. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Is that what you're wearing?
Why this isn't right?
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
Okay.
You're too formal. You're too decent.
How can you be too formal, Steve? How can anything be too formal? What is formal about a black tie and a tuxedo? What's formal about that?
I got us 2 tickets to Quiet Riot.
Well, I have an inside pocket to put one of them in.
But it's a rock concert.
I'm not in the band. I'm not in the band.
But the audience will be like rockers, headbangers.
They're not going to get anything on me.
Are you banging your head in a tuxedo like, come on, feel the noise, girls, rock your boys?
Absolutely, man. You can look at this. This tuxedo screams headbanger.
Huh. Then maybe I'll buy another ticket. Let's go to a Philharmonic Orchestra concert.
No. The chicks will be all over us. They'll see me, and they'll eventually see you.
You shine. You stand out. You're the only one. You're the only decent man.
Yes, exactly.
And
hey,
we're gonna rock the girls.
Yes. They'll be like,
Ooh.
hey, we're at a Quiet Riot concert, and
so
there's a guy who
clever.
looks like he has a job.
You'll be a chick magnet. Maybe I should change.
Yes. But
Ooh.
remember, the magnets repel too. So they don't just attract.
But you're opposite.
I'm just saying, like, if you dress the way I do, then you'll out.
We'll compete with the girls. We're the 2 decent ones, right?
Okay, I don't really handle competition.
But I get the taller ones.
No. No, you don't. No, I'm wearing this. You wear that.
Oh.
Okay, you wear the t-shirt. That's fine.
You're a professional in this. You planned this.
I'm tired of you getting the women. Okay, I'm tired of it being you.
Is it my fault?
It's your fault. Well, it's not my fault.
I have the natural law of attraction.
Well, this tie lights up and blinks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're gonna upstage the band.
Yeah.
You'll be the noisy riot.
Yeah. Compete with that. With the t-shirt.
Don't forget me if you become a star, okay? Please.
I won't forget you. You'll be
Promise?
right behind me the whole way.
Yeah, so let's rock.
Yeah, let's rock. Cool. See? Next. Who's up? Rob.
There we go. Wow.
Go. Ventura Highway in the sunshine.
Man, no, that makes me think about Bird. Stop.
What?
Not that song. Please.
We're not going to do that one?
No, we've done that. We're losing our audience, right?
Yeah.
All of our material is 15 years old at best.
But
Yep. Unless you want to start playing Holiday Inns, it's time to update the act. Okay, there's this new thing. It's called TikTok. We could go on. No, all right. It's mostly kids, but there's got to be a market for middle-aged guys who once had a hit in 1987, right? There's got to be a market for that.
I think that if we could attract 1 million kids together, they would be worth about $1,000
Each?
No, together.
Oh.
They have no money. They have no jobs. They have nothing. They don't even know they have college debt yet. Okay.
Wow, but how much? Wait.
We want the old people.
Yes.
Old people.
No, I know that middle age, early elderly, still get out. No, pre-walker people still get out, still gonna have fun, right?
When they use the walker, the wallet falls out of their back pocket. Come on.
All right, what are you thinking? Talk to me. What do you got?
Winter highway in the sunshine.
No, not Ventura Highway.
Next.
It's not working.
It's not. It is not working. It is not. We should have bought Duracell batteries, copper tops. We should have bought them because this isn't Rayovac. I mean, man, it's not working.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one that's causing you this misfortune.
I wasn't going to say it out loud.
But
this is a sad day when you realize this. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you thought of it, and I didn't have to say it.
No, don't be. I mean, it's there's good things with being stupid. You know, it's not.
I wouldn't know. I don't.
Of course, you wouldn't know. You're you're the smart one. Yeah. But
hey, there's a burden that comes with that. A burden, like it's a burden. It's like me carrying you on my back. It's a burden. It weighs you down. You know that.
But we've reached this far with that burden.
Not without the good batteries. Not without Duracell batteries. They last 10 times longer.
Then let's get those.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. You can't change batteries.
You can't change stupid.
Amen. Okay, they're up.
I have a problem.
You have a problem.
Yes,
I have a problem. Okay.
I know. You have a problem too. Everyone has a problem.
But you have a problem. I have a problem. You know, I have women's problems. You have men problems. Okay.
What?
You have
How
men.
did you know that I have man problem?
What?
How did you know that I have a man problem?
Well, obviously, I have women's problems.
Oh,
Like,
you have a very, 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 very weird insecurity, my friend.
Okay, first of all, I think that's very unfair. Weird is a judgmental word. It's a word of judgment. It's a judging word. Judges use that. Weird.
Who are
Weird.
you now?
Weird implies that something isn't normal, and that implies that something should be normal, and that implies that normality is the best thing. And who says it is?
Okay, but that's my problem, not your problem.
Okay, that's weird.
I know, right?
That is weird.
That's the problem. It's
That-
weird.
That's not just weird. That's screwed up. Okay, screwed up. And I
No.
say that in a non-judgmental way. I'm saying it non-judgmental.
You're the one
way.
who's judging me.
I'm
You're
not
the one
judging
who-
you. I'm judging it. It's screwed up. You're just attached to it.
No, that's not true.
It's true.
I'm not attached to it. I'm into it.
Okay, I'm folding my arms. It means I'm not listening to you anymore.
Okay, I'm holding my hands also.
I folded mine first. That's just weird, and it's judgmental and it's wrong.
Who cares?
You have a problem.
You have a problem.
No, you do.
No, you do.
You do.
No.
See?
Are you trying to break up with me?
No, Teresa. No.
Well, it sure feels like it.
No.
Then what is it?
No. I just think that we like you have great Wi-Fi. It's like the best, and I love your I love your internet speed. So I mean, there's so much to work with. It's just all the other things that I don't know. You don't feel it? You don't feel it, Teresa? You don't feel
Of
it?
course I feel it.
Okay, so then you're the one breaking up with me, Teresa. And I hate to lose the bandwidth. Okay, I hate it. I hate to even think about losing the bandwidth.
Well, now that it's out, like I knew you were just with me for something, but I thought it would be. I hoped it would be deeper than Wi-Fi. Gosh.
It is. It is. The Wi-Fi.
Well, you said so yourself. You just said so yourself.
I'm very shallow. There's something deep inside me that's in tune with something deep inside you. It's just I can't reach it because I'm a surface guy. I'm a surface guy. And you're deep and I'm surface.
Well, I thought it'd be deeper than that because you're a diver and all. You like. I don't know. I'm literal like that.
I am a diver. Have you heard of nitrogen narcosis? It's when you get bubbles in your bloodstream because that's us. I'm getting the bends. My relationship is getting the bends. I need to come up for air in a diving bell.
Look, you can have your space if you want it. It doesn't have to be like a breakup.
Okay, just give me the new Wi-Fi password and we're good.
Oh, fuck it.
Next, you're up.
Yeah, Greg, tell me, why is our new Wi-Fi password Jennifer is a MILF?
Well, it had to be at least 12 characters and one uppercase.
Who the hell is Jennifer? Is she our neighbor?
Yes.
And then what happened? What is she really a MILF? I mean, why would you even use such words to describe her? That's so immoral.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
No,
you
no.
haven't. So it's my fault. It's my fault that she's a MILF. It's my fault. Okay.
Is she the one walking there with the red skirt, with the red, with the thick lipstick and heavy makeup? Is she the one you were talking about? Is she Jennifer?
I think it's a skirt. It could be a skirt. It could be a very wide belt. I'm not sure. Jennifer
Oh my God.
I didn't invent the word MILF. I don't even know what it stands for. I just know what I like.
I think it's a rebel group, in Africa. They want to upstage the government or something. But anyway, how come you haven't introduced me to your mom? We've been going out together. We've been together for like 6 years, and I've never met your mom.
Because my mom, technically, and this is not my opinion, it's just I've seen it online, is also a MILF, and I don't trust her with you.
You mean she's also a member of that rebel group?
I've never been to Africa as far as I know.
Oh my God.
She's the other kind with the small M.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making all those excuses again. So you're gonna say it's your mom, but it's never your fault. It's never your fault. You're saying it's your mom, but actually you're saying it's my fault. All of these things happening to us is my fault.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh, see, you're playing the victim now.
Thank you for that. Okay.
Thank you for what?
For saying that it's your fault. Thank you. Thank you. Now.
Oh, so you're playing the victim now.
If you don't mind, I have to text Jennifer next door. How do you get a camera working on this?
I have to check the Wi-Fi password again. I changed it.
Shit. Zane.
You know what, my friend? Thank you for coming to this free consultation service. Change is very important in our life.
Yeah,
and I'm happy that you're prepared to change.
Yeah, I am. Mm.
So, what are your thoughts about change, my friend?
I like to change into what I am. If I could.
Yes, and what you really are is you're a person. You're not a Ferris wheel, okay? You can't be in love with a Ferris wheel, okay? A person.
You can't be in love with the Ferris wheel if the Ferris wheel looks at you a certain way.
Yes, but the Ferris wheel will not love you back.
People will not love you back. At least you can ride a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, you can. Why can't you love a Ferris wheel? Why can't you love a Ferris wheel? What do I have to stick with carousels the rest of my life? I'm not a kid.
But you're acting like a kid right now. Don't you see yourself?
I am not.
Of course you're not.
I am not. No, I'm not.
Of course you're not.
Whatever you say sticks to you and bounces off me.
Yeah, but we're only doing this because
I don't hear you. What?
You are required by law to finish this session. If I don't approve it, you will not get any compensation from the government. So are you listening to me now?
Oh, yeah.
Who are you again, and what are you?
I am not a Ferris wheel.
Yes, and you are?
A person.
A person with?
Needs.
Yes.
Same. Up.
Sir, I'm new here.
Yeah. And what? I what? Wait a minute. Dorothy?
Greg!
Dorothy Klingerman.
Oh, Greg!
Dorothy Klingerman!
Robok sharab ako!
Oh my God!
Arabo sharab ako! Sarabarukuruba sharababa!
God. I've been trying to call you for years.
Robok sharab! Ruruba sharara!
I keep getting blocked. What does that mean? Dorothy!
Arabo sharaba!
Say it again.
Arabo sharaba!
You wrote that in my yearbook.
Arabo sho!
I held it up to the mirror because I thought maybe that I would understand what it meant. You're a mystery woman.
Arabo shoro!
I am not going to give up on you until I figure you out, until I unlock your secret, Dorothy. Dorothy Klingerman.
Arabo sharaba! Kururubara!
Exactly.
Arabo sharaba!
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. My damn self.
Sharaba!
Right. See? Okay, so we're back. All right. Any thoughts about it? No. Any thoughts about any of that?
Your damn self.
Everything was funnier than the comedy shows I watch on TV.
Any thought? Anything you noticed? Anything you saw that was good or not, or that worked, or that you were in that was like, input, feedback. Go.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I wasn't getting into trouble that much, because I was just trying to be in the flow in the moment,
Mhm.
because I was just taking down notes a while ago, and I was just okay. I will not just. I will just be with the scene, and then looking back, did I really play it well, or got into trouble to push whatever could happen? I can't help but think about it after.
Well, that's a good point. First of all, not everybody in the scene needs to be getting in trouble. We need to have people in the scene who have trouble happen to them. So, in other words, we need a victim. We don't always need a victim, but if somebody is always causing trouble, it's nice to have it's nice for the audience to have a representative in the scene that feels what they would feel. And of course that can turn around, and this victim can then turn around and cause trouble for the other one in a longer scene. So you don't both have to be naughty. It's whenever there's a one weird person in a scene, we don't want to have a second weird person in the scene. We need one weird, one normal. Two normals are nice. That's fine. Two weirds doesn't work. Because weird, when someone's weird, things don't stick to them. And nothing matters to them.
Sorry.
Does it have to be in improv? Do you need to be like what? You have a really long relationship with that person, or like you and Norbs, right? It's transactional. You don't. It's like you just met.
You try to, which is why when Joy called me sir, I quickly called her Dorothy Klingerman and reminded her that we know one another, so that we had something at stake. If we don't have something at stake, you're right, it becomes transactional, and that becomes back forth, but it doesn't get anywhere. What you want is a ladder. You want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're still where we started.
I like the victimization of Michael in your scene. He was really a victim, and he became a worse victim. But I was crying for Michael.
Yes. Michael had for a while low status in that scene, and low status is a great place to be in an improv scene. It's if you can be there, it's nice because everybody in the audience focuses on you and what's happening to you. Like I've said, if you throw a pie in somebody's face, nobody remembers or cares about who threw the pie. They only care about who got hit. That's who gets the laugh, not the person who threw the pie. What else?
I like the colorful conversation of you and Norms about the man and the the carousel. It it really affects us, a human being, because we can relate.
Okay.
Especially the ending. I like it very much.
Okay. Anything else?
I feel like it's like a dance, like we're dancing tango, and like even if you're arguing, even if you're arguing, you're actually trying to support each other or complement each other. So it's like when somebody takes the lead and then that lead loses its way, the other one goes forward and takes the lead, and it's even if the scene is chaotic, it's argument, it's debate, but it's actually feeding off each other.
Absolutely, it is exactly. That's exactly right. It's chess, but you're not on opposite sides. You're playing as a team against the audience. They get to watch these unexpected moves, and you're on the same side. The two of you, or three of you, or four of you, whoever. But it's a dance. It's absolutely. And as far as arguing, arguing is okay, but you don't want to do it for too long. The best conflict, if you can figure out how to do it, the best conflict is internal conflict. Is someone who is internally conflicted, and you can see that in them because what they're doing is different than what they're saying. You can see that they aren't sure who they are, and that the conflict is inside. And sometimes it spills over and becomes conflict between people. But you don't always have to have an argument. Somebody needs to have an argument within themselves. That's always nice because it stops all the bickering.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I like the
Go, Michael.
I like the gibberish scene because it makes me I mean as an audience I automatically fill up what Joy was already saying just because of her voice, just by her voice and by her expression. So yeah,
it works for me. Didn't throw me at all. I mean, I was very happy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Although if you're going to say something, as we talked about in the past, try to make it colorful. Like, you don't want to say, I'm leaving you. If you can say, I was a car, you were a car wash, but I'm at the dryers now, and I'm going to put my foot down and leave and go. Thanks for the wax and for the sealant. Thanks for the sealant, but how long can you stay in a car wash? Think of another way to say the thing that you're thinking of saying. If you do, you will supply the scene with so much ammunition that you can both use and to energize the scene. So later on in the scene, when you need something, there it is. The car wash metaphor is there.
And on a side note, not related to improv, your specific was good. Ventura Highway.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Never heard of that song. Lily.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I assumed that Rob had. I might not have done that if I was in a scene with a 19-year-old.
Go, Rob.
But I assumed that he would have heard the song.
That's a very safe reference. That worked out just fine. Eighth grade dance, first slow dance.
Absolutely stupid and meaningless.
Wonderful.
Once again, random. No reason for
Yeah.
it. No reason for it. No idea. I just started singing. And in Michael's scene, I mentioned Duracells. Being specific about things.
Yeah.
So specificity is always great. Always. It's never I'm going to my car. It's always I'm going to my 1968 Mustang. It's never I'm going to the store. I'm going to Target.
Like Jennifer's milk password.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what that did. It informed the whole scene. You could have just said, "Why is your password so weird?" And I would have, I don't know, but specific, bang, can't beat that. This stuff is really easy if you do simple, non-creative things. It's not creative to say Jennifer MILF. Really, I mean, it's not like you have a purpose for it. You just do it, and there are things you just do: loud, soft, quick, slow. It's not. You don't need to do the creative stuff. You do the mechanical stuff, and then once you've done it, creativity happens because of what you've started to create. You don't have to start with inspiration. Start with perspiration. Any other quickies, and then we'll just jump into you guys soon.
Sorry, what did you say? You don't need to start with inspiration. You need to start with what?
Perforation.
I said perspiration.
I thought perforation.
Perforations.
You could do that. Yeah.
Yes, you can do perforations too. Yeah. But I can poke holes in that. You need to just do the work. Just do the work. I'll say this and then we'll move on. I've said it to some of you. You've heard me say it. I'm sorry, but
okay.
one of my heroes was the manager of Manchester United for many, many years, Sir Alex Ferguson, and he said that hard work is a talent. And I hadn't thought of it that way until I heard him say it. That David Beckham wasn't great because he was gifted. David Beckham was great because he worked harder than anybody. It was perspiration, not inspiration. And not everybody has the talent to work hard towards something.
So sorry, I don't get how do you use that in improv?
Because it's not about arriving at the theater with some inspiration of what you're going to do. It's I'm going to learn these tools. And they're simple, but you need to at some point reflexively use them. I'm going to talk louder right now for no reason. I'm going to talk over this person for no reason. I'm going to say a thing. I'm going to sing Ventura Highway for no reason. I'm going to do these things because I have worked at it, and I now know automatically to do these things. I don't have to think about it, which frees the creative part of my brain to concentrate on what's going on. David Beckham knows how to kick a soccer ball. Where and when to kick it, that's inspiration. How to kick it, that's perspiration. That's how I see it. This is, you can work at this. I don't think you can work at being a stand-up comedian if you don't have it. I don't think all the hard work in the world is going to make you great at it. All the hard work in the world will make you great at this. Period. Okay, so let's do two-person scenes. I get out of your way. You do slightly longer scenes, and I'll get out of the way. And I just randomly put people in absolutely randomly. I will remove your names so you don't feel tempted to use them, and I'll get the hell out of the way. Let's say about a 4-minute scene ish. For
What?
I'm so tired of doing PowerPoint and Excel every day.
But boss, you're so good at it.
I just have to do it. Someone has to do it. You don't know how to do You don't know how to do PowerPoint. Oh, it's 2 a.m.
Do you want a massage?
I want peace.
I can give you that too.
How?
I can sleep while you're working.
That's a Zen idea. Sleeping on the job. It calms me. Would you like me to put you to sleep?
Depends how.
Rockabye baby on the... No, I have to finish my PowerPoint.
I'll make you coffee. I'll make you coffee.
No, just take me out of Manhattan. Everyone here works too hard.
I can't do that, but coffee I can make here.
You can do that to me, right? You're French.
Yeah, but I'm in Manhattan now too, so.
Let's go to your place. Take me out of here.
Okay, let's go.
So
Turn
what's
that
the
off.
word? So that I can get in, you'll be my fiancé?
No, I be your lover.
That won't get me a French permanent visa, right?
scene. Very nice. That was cool. I like that. That was very good. Oh, cool. What did you guys think? Anybody? Quickly. Any thoughts?
I like the surprises. Each line, it's like I don't know what to expect, what to happen. So
Yes. Do you want a massage? Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. It was one of those things where you know, you're doing this. Well, good. I'm doing this, and let's see what happens. And it was wonderful. And to say yes, why don't I sleep while you work? Most people in a scene would say, "What are you talking about? You're going to sleep while I'm working?" But Lilith, yeah, that would be really good. That would help me. Talk about yes and. I mean, that was good. And then mentioning that she's French. Well, of course, then you use that right after that. You know, she wants to be your lover. Well, is that really going to get me a French passport? I mean, it's really cool. Anyone else see anything that I missed?
Instead of solving the problem, they made a transformation in their relationship.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't solve the problem. And all they did was set up a whole bunch of new problems that if it went on. And we all know.
Yes. That's
Talk about randomness.
There you go. That was lovely. Anyone else have a quick comment about that? It was lovely. Okay, well, we'll switch to more people. Remember, once again, and we've seen it. So you can talk louder for no reason. You can talk softer for no reason. You can talk over one another, which is fine. A few of us have already done that. You can repeat stuff. Please repeat things. Every time you say the same thing, it means something different. So that. Who's up? So you're not up, and you're certainly not up, but you are, and you are, and we'll just do that. Okay. Get out of your way.
Greg, I want to learn how to bake Jewish bread.
Jewish
I'm
bread?
sick and tired. Yeah.
Okay, Jew bread. Why? You mean challah?
Because I want to make more connections in business. Because if you want to succeed, you have to know a lot of Jewish people. And I want to know how to wear white shoes properly.
Okay, first of all, I'm not even Jewish, and that's offensive. Where do you get off saying something like that? What is going on?
No, because Jewish people, especially in Florida, are nice. I mean, they take care of you if you know them. So if you can learn how to make bread, my God.
I so want to cancel you right now. God, this is so offensive.
You hate me because I want to learn how to make
No,
Jewish bread?
no. I don't hate you. I don't like the fact that you're saying obnoxious things about an ethnic minority you are not a part of, my Filipino friend. Oh, I'm sorry, Philam buddy. Yeah. What's going on here?
No, I mean, I want to be Jewish. I want to change my religion. That's why I want to learn. Yeah. So every time there is a Jewish holiday, then I can start making Jewish bread.
It's how.
Is that difficult?
Wow. So you're a slacker and you're an anti-Semite.
How can I be an anti-Semite?
Well, you want to be pro-Semitic? You could be.
No, it's not even that. I mean, I just like I've known a lot of Jewish people, and they took care of me, and it's my turn to give something back to them. Is that difficult? Well, don't you want to learn how to prepare something?
You've heard of it. Oh, wait, time out. You've heard about this whole concept of God. Yes, you know this thing?
Yes.
Okay.
What about it?
Do you believe in God?
I think so.
Is his name Yahweh?
Depends.
On what?
I mean, on which zip code you have. Because like in my zip code, we have a different name for that.
Zip code.
Wow, that was funny.
Oh,
I'm gonna make a call. We'll see what we can do. All right. Wow, dude, that was right in this. I love how politically incorrect and obnoxious that was. Thank you so much. That was great.
What it needed and what it got was someone to be us, to be
offended.
To be offended for us, and to be. If you both had done that, it would have been offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would have found it offensive anyway. I doubt that.
I can give you names. Yeah.
Well, of the people that I've known who come to most of our shows, many of whom are Jewish in this area, not one of them would have been offended by that. They would have thought that was funny. Because they're pretty damn good at laughing at themselves. But especially if there's somebody on their side kind of holding it back and pointing out, what are you talking about? Very cool, very random.
Yeah,
absolutely random. And then, of course, it was not random halfway through. Anyone else have a comment or thought?
I like how Mark's character declared his wants and his objectives.
Yeah.
He made it clear.
That's a thing that's especially useful in short form improv, but it's certainly useful in long form to eventually get around to say what you want. That's always nice because then the other character can make sure you don't get it.
I like the weirdness of Mark because he said he wanted connection, he wants bread, he doesn't know if he wants God. It's very natural. You don't know what you want actually.
Yeah. Right. And the one thing you don't want to do is bake bread during Passover. It's like anything else?
And I realized that Rob looks like a rabbi.
Ah,
I do.
We all do. Everybody but you looks like a rabbi.
A rabbi. Really.
that's true.
Are you a rabbi, Rob?
You look like a Christian
Look,
missionary.
the
That's what you look.
No,
Any other?
it's been a third of my career playing Jewish lawyers and rabbis.
Right.
There you go.
Did they circumcise you before they let you even play, or no? Just kidding. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
The last desperate act. Yeah.
I don't want to know what the audition looked like. Okay. Any other quick comments? Because that was funny. Yeah, that was definitely an out there choice, and thankfully we had a kite, and we had somebody holding the string. If you let go of the string, you wind up with exactly the same amount of fun that a kite is that isn't connected to anything. It's gone. Okay, cool. Very nice. I like that very much. Okay, remove. Get you suckers the hell out. That was fun. Okay, here's what we're doing, and I'll get out of your way. Right.
You know what? My husband recently bought me a new ring. So pretty, right?
Yeah, congratulations.
How about you? How about your husband?
I have no husband. I have
I'm
no
sorry, I can't
husband.
hear you.
I have no husband. Why?
Because I have your husband.
I don't care.
Really?
Yes. And I moved on.
Yes, you've moved on. It's so obvious with your face right now.
And congratulations, because you deserve each other.
Right. You know what? I'm so happy that someone's hugging me every night and it's cold in the winter. Unlike some people, they were just made to become alone, right?
I'm not alone. I have whole barangay here in my house because I have a charity event here.
Yeah, that's why your husband left you in the Philippines and went with me here in New York. Because you have your barangay. You have no time for your husband. He chose me. He chose me.
So why are you here?
Because I can't see him right now. He's been gone for a week now. Would you know where is he?
Well, he scheduled a tour with me in Batangas because we will have a charity event there. And I think it's normal because, no malice, no anything. We've been friends for like years. So maybe your husband hasn't moved on.
I knew it.
And your ring is just a display.
What are you saying?
So why is he here?
Because
Are you having trouble in your marriage?
no, I just gave him some time. He needed a break. You know, go back to some person, be uninspired again, and come back to me again when you know, when you're tired of that woman. By that woman, I mean you.
Scene. Very nice. That was fun. Oh boy, a lot to learn from that scene. And anyone have a comment? Anything you saw? Okay, I'll start. There was certainly a status shift in that. We saw it. Anytime that there is a status shift, and we want to have status shifts if possible, they energize scenes. They work like a pump. You go up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. Every time you do it, it adds energy into a scene and you can go longer. Also, whenever you have a status shift, it solidifies in people's minds what the scene's really about. There's an epiphany whenever there's this status shift. Something important is discovered that you might not have known ahead of time. You didn't put it there, but now it's there. Of course, one of the things I love in comedy is when someone is, as I've said before, blissfully not self-aware.
Yeah.
Where everyone but them, they can see that what they're saying isn't true. They believe them, no one else does, and we all know that they're lying. That's brilliant in comedy. If you can manage that, that's half the game. Anything else? What you saw, what you felt?
I like also the shift of Norbs from bragging that she has a new relationship and then looking for the man.
Mm-hmm. But
So
of course,
there-
he was still defending.
Yeah.
She was still defending herself and saying, "Oh no, it's not that he left me." Well, yeah, it is, and we know it, and she knows it too. It's fun at the charity event. Talk about being specific. That's lovely. No, he's not just there. He's there to help with a charity event. I love it. Anything else? Okay. Really cool stuff. Okay, we'll swap it up now. What do we got left? Left, as though there's a left. Oh, I see. Let's. Did we have? We have Josh. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. There we go. I'll just talk to myself. Okay, I'll get out of your way.
Can you act your age, man?
I don't have to.
I know you don't have to, but can you act your age for my sake, man? I'm sick and tired of it.
Joel,
What?
you don't have to carry me.
You're homeless. You're homeless. You're homeless, homeless. You know that song?
Yeah, thanks for rubbing that on my face. Me being homeless. But I'm helping you. I'm helping you with the things here at home. I mean, you can't take care of yourself. I help you when you need to go to the bathroom, the sponge bath.
I want to die. It's hard. It's hard. I'm hard.
You don't have to think about it that much, you know.
Django, I just want you to act your age.
I don't need to act my age. I just need to be a help to you.
What?
I don't need to act my age. I just need to keep you warm.
Live your life. Go to the playground. I don't need you here. I need someone older. Huh?
Joel, I have nowhere to
When your
go.
parents died, they left you here inside my house. So I want you to act your age, live your life, a happy life, because life is not perfect. And you are not perfect. I'm not perfect. We are all perfect, imperfect. I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm imperfect. You know?
That scene. I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm imperfect. That's how you end a scene. That's when you button the scene. Any thoughts? That was interesting. It's fun. Anybody? Some input? Mark, I think you're muted. Mark, you're muted.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I like it when Michael said, "Stop carrying me." So for a moment, I thought like, when he said actor age, and you're like, "But then stop carrying me," and like he was carrying, like Josh was carrying him physically.
It was interesting that usually when someone is told to start acting their age, what you mean is you're old, stop acting like a kid.
Yeah.
This turned out to be you're a kid, stop acting like you're older, stop being so responsible and helping me. Go back to the playground, be homeless. It's weird, very weird and funny.
and then he got hard. Like, where did that come from?
I don't know.
I got scared when he said I am hard.
and what's a kid gonna do with that, right?
I don't. But sometimes you just have to go with what comes into your head and just say it and just go.
Yeah.
You really do. That's what the process is. You do the mechanical stuff as much as you can, and then things will pop out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And you'll hear them the same time the audience hears them, and then you've got to deal with it, and you will. You don't know why. That's the beauty of this stuff. It's random, chaotic, and ordered. It's all at the same time. Anything else? I want to die. I want to help you. Well, I want to die. Okay. It's a sponge bath. I want to give you a sponge bath. You know.
That I got scared.
You're a little kid, for God's sake. Go back to the playground. Yes, it was lovely. It was lovely status shift, and the facial expressions were lovely too. They really did add a lot. There was silences with facial expressions. That's always good, particularly online. If you're doing online improv in rectangles, the best tool that you have is emotion. Forget about this. This doesn't work as much, but emotion, that works best online. It works great on stage too, but online, that's your ace. Okay, so we'll just do what we always do. We'll go down the line. We start with whoever this person is here that I'm poking, and just anything that you take away from this little session that we've done. Michael?
Yeah, my favorite is you said something about start with perspiration, not inspiration. So it's just act, and the mind will follow. Just let your body lead first, and then the mind will follow. Like the mind. So that's it for me.
Yeah, you got to trust yourself. Like I said, I used to play hockey, and we found out that if we drank a pint of Guinness before a game,
you lost.
We were better.
Wow.
One time, our goalie had just come from a wedding, and he came in and said, "Guys, can't even see straight. I'm so sorry." He played the best game he's ever played.
Wow.
Why? Because that part of his brain that wants to control things was gone. And so his body was just reacting. He was just reacting. He wasn't so far gone that he was drunk, but he was just anesthetized enough. And when I saw that, I said, from now on, every time I play goal, 2 Guinness. Before a game, 1. Just enough to get that little asshole in your head to shut the hell up and let you do what your body knows how to do. Josh, what do you got?
It's like, sorry, so it's like the Beatles composing music on LSD.
No, I can tell you about that. It's not on LSD. It's after. It's like I knew someone who was a travel writer. They would take cruises and then write for a magazine. They didn't write while they were on the cruise.
Okay.
They wrote after the trip.
Okay.
And they talked about their experiences. But you can't do it unless you take the trip. You know.
Yeah.
But if you just sit at home, then you can't write that stuff. Josh, what do you got?
It's always about the specifics and shiny objects. You know, it's very hard. Improv is very hard, really.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It's really hard, but yeah. But you know,
it doesn't look hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
But when I'm starting to not thinking too much anymore.
Okay.
I just,
Exactly.
Let it happen.
Good. Yeah, that's what the mechanical stuff is for. It's making the bed so that you can have a good night's sleep and not have to worry about it. Lilith, what do you got?
It's like being in a boxing match. You were put in the ring, and it's up to you. And what I learned is about working on a scene is the build. That's the only thing you have. Build on her, he builds on. So
yeah,
that's what I learned.
Right. You're climbing a ladder. Never take a step back down.
Yeah.
Always stay where you are or climb up, but don't go back to where you were and go back to that condition because it erases everything you've done. Rob, what do you got?
I think it's less like acting.
Smoke.
Oh! Sorry. The Cubs game must be over. My fault.
What happened?
It's more like playing music than it's like acting. To tell you the truth, it's about the mechanical stuff is scales, chord progressions, and just get to this place where you're playing, right? Rather, there is sheet music, but you're still just noodling around. And that's hard that's the hard part, is to let yourself go there.
And what do they call it when you play music together with people?
Jamming.
Improvising.
Oh my God.
Yeah. M, what do you got?
Oh, I said I was rusty in the beginning, and I learned so much from you, Tom, and everyone else.
I'm not paying you for saying this stuff, so just
No, really, I was taking notes, and there's so much to
mention his book. Yeah.
Anyway, the main thing for me would be, I don't know if I take enough risks, and I got inspired to do so. Hopefully in the next classes and in my other stuff. So there, I think I'm pretty safe, but I'm just trying to also be to pay more attention to what's happening, to listen more. So.
Okay, and realize that sometimes in improv scenes, taking risks means not saying anything.
Yeah.
That's a risk too. It doesn't mean that you have to suddenly go out, kill a beaver, and eat it in a scene. It could just mean that you just nod, and you repeat what someone just said again and again and again. That may seem like it's easy, but that feels like a risk when you're doing it. Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, the journey is the destination. I came across this quotation a few weeks ago. It said, choose uncertainty over security. And I think it's like in improv, everything is uncertain.
Yeah.
And it's actually what makes you feel more alive, because, you want to find out what's going to happen next, rather than if you're secured and in your comfort zone, you stop, you stop growing.
Right.
There you
Right.
go.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
That's why we call it the Tao of Improv. Norbs, what do you got?
I'm typing anyway, taking notes. Well, I learned so much like last time, but for me, my major takeaways are you don't need to always agree with everything. You just need to agree on a reality, and that's a good reminder. I also love the randomness. I think I'm not good with much with randomness. I can play with randomness, but randomness coming from me, I need to play more in order to just be more random. Because yeah, you're right. Uh, it's about not taking control, and um,
Yeah.
it's also a personality thing. Like you letting go and not being in control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
That's the
So
hard part about this stuff.
yeah,
Is how easy it actually is. It's
yes,
like,
yes.
how hard is it to fall out of an airplane? It's not hard, especially if you know that you're going to be fine when you get down to the bottom. So this is just falling out of a goddamn airplane, and it's not that control is wrong morally; it's that it's impossible. So you can't control it, particularly at the beginning. What's the other person supposed to do? They don't know what you're trying to do. You cannot control it, and even if you could, why would you? So it's not morally wrong. It's just why waste your time trying to control a thing that you can't. It's like riding a bronco in a rodeo. Just stay on until it's calm. Joy, what do you got?
I was having a hard time with our scene because I was overthinking on how to like save myself from the sir, and I was like thinking in advance that I will like plan a relationship or an event. Then I got lost. Then when I was like not thinking and like, well, I was doing the gibberish that I don't even understand my language. I'm freer, and I enjoyed the scene because it was like just reacting to what my like it's an opening of heart that we're reacting to your scene partner.
Yeah, and I could tell that you had a thought about what was going to happen, and I quickly stuck a knife in that by making you a person, Teresa, or whatever I called you.
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
You call me Teresa.
Dorothy Klingerman. Yes, that's what I called you. So that immediately stuck a knife in the thing you were trying to do, and yeah, you rolled with it, which is fine. I that's perfectly good scene as far as I'm concerned. As long we were connected, that's all that matters. So cool. Every one of you is good at this. It's every one of you did good stuff. Trust me when I say this. I am not a complimentary person. Most people hate me. So
Really?
yeah, I would think I would. Yeah, I don't just say all sweet, nice things all the time. But when something's good, I say so. And I swear, any of you guys come to Florida, we're opening the theater. You could be on stage any damn time, as far as I'm concerned.
You got a lot of Guinness in your house?
What?
If not, there's a bar like one
Yeah.
block away.
Okay. Game.
I'm serious. Yeah.
Florida's open now, right, Tom?
Yes, and we're going to reopen the theater a month from now. A month from right now.
Great.
So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes, that'd be cool. So thank you again.
Thank you,
like I said,
Tom.
it was really nice. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Cheers,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Good day.
See everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Take some Jewish bread. Bye.